Yeah, Matt's come from Spanish football, so you know he'd made an impact in Europe before coming into the Premier League. What a great time to come into the English game. He's done really well. He's been an ever-present. He's made some remarkable saves. The feeling about him obviously is that perhaps he's not the tallest goalkeeper in the Premier League, but he seemed to compensate for that with his agility. He's got that strong mental approach, and Brighton they are a team that is much greater than the sum of the individual parts. Is the essence of being a great football team with a very decent manager, Chris Hughton, has been around the game a long time, and he's put together a side that's stayed up with a bit to spare, and Matt's played a big part in that. I suppose the one moment he won't thank me for mentioning it was he got caught out. It wasn't his fault at all, at Wembley of all places, by Serge Aurier for Spurs, just coming up to half-time 0-0, and a cross floated and floated and floated and ended up in the back of the net. It was the most freakish goal I've seen in the Premier League this season, and maybe for some time as well. They played pretty well in the game. Matt played pretty well in the game. They lost 2-0. It was no disgrace on the night. They made Spurs work really hard for their other goal, which came late in the game. A lot of those games they've got results in. A lot of those games Matt's made important saves in. When he started, that was the question mark about him. Was he going to be big enough, commanding enough? I think Gary and Phil Neville got it right. He was, and he is, and I'm sure he'll continue to be successful. And for Brighton to stay up, big celebrations to confirm it by beating Manchester United. Matt got a clean sheet, and he's been in a team that's defended well as a unit. He'd be the first to say that. It's not just about his goalkeeping, but it's a great way to go into the World Cup on the back of a very successful season in England.